episode 3 of the Sled Shed. I'm 500 Indio 1. Today we have our advertisers are Mack studs. They're out of Pelham, New Hampshire. They were nice enough to send down a traction kit for us for our track install. And also we have a slide install. So we got a pretty busy day ahead of us, so let's get started. Alright, so here we have our featured advertiser for this week. It's Mack studs. These guys are out of Pelham, New Hampshire. We ordered their traction package. Their traction package is going to be your studs, your nylon lock nuts, and your backers in choice of color. These backers are anodized. They are not painted. They will not chip or wear. You're also going to get the drill bit for your track. Now, we did get a track template. This does not come with the traction package, but I wanted to get it just to show you guys this sucker is, plastic, heavy duty. It's not going to break on you. Lay it on your track, drill your stud holes out. Mack Studs offers a 5-year bender break warranty on their studs. If you have a stud on your sled, you bend it, you break it, you take it off, you send it back, they're going to send you new ones. They offer traction packages, studs for single ply tracks, aluminum square and circle backers in colors, the templates, tunnel protectors, and more. You can get a hold of these guys at www.mackstud.com or call them at 603-635-3330. And right now, if you mention Sled Freak when you call them, they'll give you free shipping on your order over $100. So there's Mack studs. We're going to set it up and put them on this track and see what they can do. Our first step is to get the sled up in the air. And then what we're going to do is we're going to release our springs, squash the suspension down, and then we're going to take our bolts out. And then the skid should be able to come out. I use the air impact. It's a lot easier than wrenching, but I mean, a lot of guys aren't set up for it. So just use a 9/16 wrench. My bolts are out for my skid. Okay, now our skid is out, or down anyways, and our suspension's collapsed all the way. Just push it down. Take your springs and fold them inside your skid because they're going to grab your lugs when you pull it out. So, and then you just start working its way out. Now your skid's out. Our next point of attack on this job is we have to get the drive shaft out. So this entails a little more work. We have to get the exhaust out so that way we can get to the gears, get the gears off, and then we got to take the secondary off so that way we can pull the shaft through and drop it down through the bottom of the sled. Now our secondary is off, exposing our cover to the bearings for the drive shaft. Now our clutch side removal is finished. Our bearings exposed for the drive shaft. Now we move on to the other side and get everything off of that side of the shaft, and then we'll be able to slide it down through the bottom of the sled. And now we have our exhaust out and our chain case exposed. Now we can pull the cover of the chain case off. Now we have our bottom gear and our chain out, and now we go underneath the sled and we'll pull the drive shaft out. Here's our drive shaft that we got to get out. So let's get in there and try and fish it out. Now our track's removed, everything's out. Everything actually looks pretty good. And this is the time to look for damage if you're going to look for it. Since we have our skid out, I'm going to change the slides and grease up all the grease fittings it's a lot easier when it's out. So since I have it out, I might as well do it. Clean the skid up a little bit and put it back in with the new track and the studs. So let's stick these screws out. Start backing our slides out with a screwdriver. Grab a hold of them with a pair of vice grips. Now our new slides are installed. We want to do at the front here. The fronts are squared off and are usually up. There's usually a lip, and your track clips are going to catch that. So what you want to do is you want to bevel that off on the end. Just use a grinder and bevel it off in front of the bolt. And once you get that level, you can either get it level or you can get it underneath like I got here a little bit. It doesn't matter. That just keeps it from grabbing the track. It really don't hurt it. Sometimes it'll peel it down, or it just makes a nasty noise until it gets wore in. So if you don't, you don't really want that nasty noise anyway. So you bevel that down a little bit, slide them on, bolt it in, and cut your rears off. So that way they're even with the back of the skid. Since we have the skid out, what I'm gonna do, what you should do is clean everything off. And then, since it's out, lube everything up. So we're going to take a grease gun here, full of marine grease. And grease everything up. So now our skid's all done. We checked the idler wheel bearings. We put new slides in, and we greased everything up and cleaned everything up. So now this is ready to go back in. When we come back, we'll get the new track out, stud it, and put everything back in. Oh, hey, check it out. It's the Freakette calendar 2011. Did you get yours? You should. This is made up of the sled freak ladies. It's real women who love to ride. I can guarantee you that. You'll see that in the pictures. The cost is $15 plus shipping. You can PM Fresh Girl or Ariel 357 off the website, and all the proceeds go to breast cancer awareness and the Sled Freak Server Fund. So if you get a chance, pick one of these up and help a good cause. Hallelujah, the track came today. UPS man came and dropped this off for us. I laid the template down. We were supposed to get a pre-drilled track. We didn't. We got a track with no holes, so we get to use the template. I'm going to show you real quick, drilling holes out with the template, and then I'm going to go on and finish the track off. Towards the end, I'll turn the camera back on because this is going to take forever. So this is what we got, and so let's drill some out. All right, so we're gonna do the center here in a V pattern. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do the whole row of 3. Then we're gonna go out here and then do the whole row of 2, and then go on and do the whole row of 1. Then it'll end up with a V. And you'll see it'll get smaller as you go. And once we get it all drilled, we'll put the studs in. All right, so we got it all drilled out. It actually wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be worse than it was. It only took about half hour to drill the whole track out. So now we're going to put the studs in. We're going to start putting them in. And once we get some of them in, we'll put some of the nuts on and tighten them down. Okay, so now I've put a few on here. Once you get your studs through and your backers on, you get your nuts started here. What you want to do, now I have an impact gun. So, you know, it's either a ratchet or Mack Studs does give you an Allen wrench for the back of these. I have a ratchet set up, so it makes it a little easier for me. But Mack Studs gives you everything but the socket to put these in, which is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of these in for you. Obviously, the impact gun makes short work of it, that's for sure. Here's our track all studded up now. We have 108 Mack studs in this. We did it in a V pattern. And so now that this is done, let's put it back in the sled. So now we have our track. It's in position, ready to go up in. We have our drive shaft ready. I'm not going to film the whole thing. We're pressed for time here. So I may stop at some point and show you some key things, some things that people have asked about. So let's put it in.
Alright, now our axle's in. That actually went quicker than I thought. Yeah, everything's in for the axle, so now all we gotta do is bolt it up.
Now our bearing housing is back on. Our 3 bolts are tight. And our speedometer cable's back in. Now we just put the secondary back on and we move over to the other side. Chain's back in, gears are on. All we gotta do is put the chain case back on, put a little fluid in it, and back to the track. We're finally done wrestling with the skid. It takes a little doing to get in. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna lift the front end up. We're gonna jack it up with a jack, line the holes up, and put the bolts in, and then we'll come to the back. The track's in, everything's bolted up, and those Mack studs are ready for snow. So that's about it. Everything's in. There was a few things that I wanted to show you that we didn't get a chance to just because of time, having to wait for the track and everything. So there it is, ready for snow. Okay, so that's the show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to thank Mack Studs for sending their products down and letting us use them. In the meantime, if you'd like to make an order from Mack Studs, you can call them at 603-635-3330 or go to their website at www.mackstud.com and place your order. Any order over $100, if you mention Sled Freak, you'll get free shipping. I can say that we will do a future episode on these, and a couple 100 miles we'll put on these, and we'll do a review and let you know how they're doing. And in about 2 weeks we're going to put another show out, so I hope you can join us, and if not, maybe we'll see you out in the trail. For now, I'm 500 Indio 1. We'll see you on the snow.